Conversation, folks. We come to you from Washington, D.C. My name is Ramesh. 2 weeks ago, we promised you that we will get you the results of Indian elections. Indian elections are over. And of course, all the newspapers around the world, everybody knows Congress won. So we invited back our commentator, Subhash Vohra, here in the studio. And thank you very much. You were right on the button when you predicted that Congress might win.
Well, I was not the only one. We were hoping for that, and no one was expecting this huge majority. But yes, my own assessment was based on certain factors. Those still stay, and some more are added to it, why Congress was. But before we talk about that, I would say it was one of the most successful elections India ever had, least violent. 60% people voted, and then all electronic. In one day, all results were out. There are no major complaint of any irregularities, and Dr. Manmohan Singh is the first Prime Minister of India after Nehru in 1961, who is returned to power after a full 5-year term. So this, I think we can call it a very successful election and democracy, and now we're talking about the factors.
Now, let's figure it out first. Why did Congress win? What did they do different
Well,
this
first thing
time?
that I was thinking even before the results was the economy. The economy was doing pretty well. First 4 years, even economic growth was 8-9% in India, and Indian markets were doing very well. And despite worldwide recession, comparatively, India was not doing that bad even now. Those factors, plus Congress under Dr. Manmohan Singh did focus on rural areas. I think they also got a lesson from last elections when Vajpayee government was so confident of coming back to power, but they could not understand the psyche of the rural India, and that is why they lost. So this time Congress focused on the rural areas. They did a lot of work. They spent a lot of government revenue on health, education. Congress government spent about $5 billion and paid off all the debts of farmers. So they were focusing on rural India, and that helped them a lot.
But wait a second. Farmers, so many of them committed suicide because they did not have the help. So this help came in after that started.
This help came, the final program was implemented after that, although it was in process. Yes. And then I would say Sonia Gandhi's strategy, political strategy. She went alone in UP, the most important state, and Bihar, contrary to the advice she was getting from her own party members. And investment,
which means they wanted her to fight as an alliance, and she said, no alliance in these states. Congress is going to go alone.
Exactly. And in West Bengal, she formed an alliance with Mamata Banerjee Trinamool Congress, and they both parties fought in 27 constituencies, and they won 25. And communists are routed. Those are in power in West Bengal state for 35 years.
That's very true, and they were part of their alliance last time.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is what it is.
Now, give me the results. Tell me which party won how many seats?
Well, Congress 206 and Bharatiya Janata Party 116. But their alliances, Congress 261 and NDA 158. And Congress was 11 short, and of course there's no problem of getting 12. Samajwadi Party, Bahujan, they are all ready to come. It is for choices with the Congress now.
Last time they had to say, can you please join us? This time everybody's out there saying, can we join you? Can we join you?
This is the political scene now, you are right. And then Rahul Gandhi's factor. Rahul Gandhi, we talk of family dynasty, and naturally a lot of us don't like this thing, but he is not being imposed like Rajiv Gandhi became Prime Minister. He first became MP. He worked very hard in his constituency. He was traveling through the states, through rural areas, spending time with Dalits and all. So from grassroots level he is coming out. And if he is in the government this time, I'm sure he has a role, and his future is secured.
Would you say that he's too young, even though he may be a few years younger than Obama, but he went through the same test that President Obama went? I mean, he went grassroots.
Yeah, if he gains some more experience, and in the next elections or whenever in the future, he might, and he might be capable.
So what will be his role in the government, do you think?
Well, That we don't know, but as I see the psyche of Sonia Gandhi and Congress, the vision they have, they will not bring him immediately in a very important position or so, that they might bring him as a minister, maybe rural, maybe without portfolio, to work for the party or something.
Well, tell me about BJP now. BJP lost, even though they had a very nice showing, 116 seats is not bad.
No. BJP lost. First thing, BJP didn't have any solid, anything which they can offer to voters that they would do differently than the Congress was doing. They talked of fear of terrorism, but that's a national problem. Any government, BJP or Congress or anyone, would give top priority to terrorism. And then I think BJP's Hindutva thing didn't work. Basically Indians are secular, and this Varun Gandhi's episode, I think that backfired. Because as we know, he gave some speech, anti-Muslim speech, which comes under hate speech in India. He was in jail also for 3 weeks. BJP leadership did not condemn. I think if they would have condemned it outrightly and asked him to withdraw from the nomination, it could have helped BJP.
Looking at the election result, is there a comfort factor between the Muslims and Hindus? Do you think they are more comfortable and the violence will not erupt like it did in Gujarat and the other places?
First thing is, in 5 years, there were no communal riots. So that goes in the favor of the government. And plus, minorities always felt comfortable with the Congress right from the beginning, from the independence of India. So certainly, yes.
Now, tell me, what kind of people got elected?
Some interesting facts are that a lot of young people are this time in the parliament, and almost 80 members of parliament are under 40 years of age.
Wow, 80 is like what, 17, 18% is now under 40.
Yeah,
okay.
So this is a new phenomena. And then above 70, there are now only 37 members. So old age is coming down and younger people are coming up.
Okay.
And then there is another interesting thing is 300 MPs are millionaires. Crorepati from Indian point of view, and 137 of them are from Congress and 58 are from BJP. And the richest is Namma Rao of Andhra Pradesh, Telugu Desam, with 1800 million rupees of assets.
Wow.
And the number 2 is from this Naveen Jindal, Kurukshetra, Congress, Haryana, with 1300 million rupees worth of property.
Rich people can serve the country too.
So maybe. I would like to talk about Advani, BJP's leader. Although his party lost, and he now wants to retire, but his contribution stays. We have to give credit to him because he was in Indian political scene for 60 years, very strong leader, and he brought his party from 2 seats in the parliament to power, respectable opposition, and his contribution stays. And new young people like here, Rahul Gandhi, like I said, parliament, a lot of young people are coming.
In American politics, they say that President Obama's coattails are pretty long. How about his kurta? Was it long enough that plenty of people came back with Rahul?
Well, in India's kurtas always work. that is true, definitely. And kurta is a symbol of Congress also from the beginning, right from Nehru.
How about the film stars? A lot of them contested. So how many of them?
Yeah, a lot of them contested. I think at the moment what I remember first is Shatrughan Sinha won from Patna.
Yes, he did.
And Shekhar Suman is also a popular TV star. He lost, Congress candidate. And then in Punjab, Vinod Khanna from BJP, he lost.
Okay. How about the dancers, Sarabhai?
Malika Sarabhai, naturally against Advani, there was no chance. But I think she wanted to make a political statement, and it was a democracy. She did it very well.
Now, our NRI candidate.
Shashi Tharoor.
That's right.
Well, he won. He won very well in Kerala, in Trivandrum, and he was former Under Secretary of the United Nations, very well known. He was also guest in Fareed Zakaria's GPS program 2 Sundays back here on the CNN.
Right.
And I think he's going to play an important role in the new government.
I think he will do very, very well. I think he knows more about foreign affairs than anybody else. Being in UN, that gives him a special qualification to be one. I hope they nominate him.
Well, he is a very good candidate for foreign minister, if not at this stage, maybe in future.
Yes. And